Why are you so like off?
I'll tell you now that the show started.
Okay.
So I might have did a dry run today on the old acid trip.
What?
I might have did a little bit of a dry run today on the old acid trip.
What brought this fucking like urge on? Like, what made you want to do that?
I got a guy now who can get me acid. Like,
so
why the fuck not?
Like, I'm just gonna do it. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah. And since tomorrow a very public spanking is going to be about fucking water, I was like, well, this seems like a good enough time to do
it. Are you on it now, or?
No, I took it like fucking 12 hours ago.
And you're just now coming down? What?
No, I came down I'm pretty sure I came down a while ago. I'm just really fucking tired.
Guide me through your trip experience, Matt.
Just more exhausting than anything. Like, I could just... Like, I didn't like it, I'll be honest.
You know, instead of an acid guy, you should have a mushroom guy.
I mean, to be fair, like, I could just go out into the fucking woods or the garden or the cow patties. Cows poop out mushrooms, basically.
Yeah, but like you gotta be careful with that shit, dude. Because like that, if you try to find your own shit, then it might be like poisonous shit, like highly, like something that might kill you. That's why you gotta have a guy for that.
I mean, to be fair though, all I gotta do is get really good at identifying one type of mushroom.
I know, but Matt, you're blind. Like, that's gonna be a major roadblock to that particular goal.
You know what? So is Daredevil. And he's the hero.
No, you're not Daredevil. Also, Daredevil doesn't do drugs.
Hey, I'm pretty sure he did heroin once.
I don't think so.
That might have been his whore girlfriend.
I think he was injected with it once, but like I don't think that was up to him. I'm pretty sure that was a part of some sort of like fucking plot.
So you've been doing your dink.
I've been doing all right. I didn't have a Let's Chat today, unfortunately, since I was supposed to have it with CJ, but he's working tonight, so that's a no-go. So I'm fucking doing Skep next week, which you're going to be a part of. Remember?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I got a huge fucking loogie in my mouth right now.
Jesus Christ. So I got Skep next week with you.
I was really hoping you would talk for like another 2 seconds so I could spit it
out. And then Skeptical Heretic, Agata. Yeah, it's been a very long time. So I'm gonna be talking with him next week with Matt. And then the week after that is gonna be CJ. And then the week after that, I'm gonna try and grab Marbles, which I think will be fun.
You should do one with Tag.
I don't think that's a good idea, Matt.
Look, you're not going to beat him up. It'd be a bad idea if I brought Tag onto here.
No, I think it'd just be a bad idea. Well, here's the thing, because I might not beat him up, but at the same time, like...
You're just going to make him look like an idiot and he's going to cry.
Like, it's impossible not to make him look like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, dude, but like, you're probably mentally retarded. There's like a better than 10% chance of that statement being true.
Also, Agata, I'm very happy that you passed another exam from hell. You are well on your way to becoming the best doctor in Poland. Which is still like the 500th best doctor in America, but you know. Oh shit. Dude, Matt, fucking you remember one of the dudes I was doing D&D with, Hassan's buddy Will Neff?
Yeah.
That dude is funny as shit. I just dropped by his stream after I got done with mine, and he's sitting there just fucking talking to me. He's like, man, I've got like 100 people watching me. You know what would be great? Okay, if all of you are just like real ones. If I die like prematurely, I would love if all of you just came to my funeral and just weekend at Bernie's my fucking body. Just come up with a choreographed dance, dress up in color coordinated clothes, and just come over and just pick up my body. And then he just starts playing the DuckTales theme song as he just starts impersonating like what his body would look like flying around.
I would want Thriller. Just put me in blackface with the red jacket. Dig up Vincent Price's corpse too.
just bring him involved. He'd be fine with it. He's like talking about his fucking like father, like going, stop. He never had dignity in life. Let him have dignity in death, while we're all dancing with his corpse. And then as soon as the DuckTales theme song ends, we all just like roll his corpse onto the floor, and then just like one person steps forward and goes, "This is what Will wanted," and then we all just walk out somberly at the same time to the sound of his mother crying. And then that's not the end, because then after his body gets fucking buried, he's like, I want you all to do a costume change. You do a new thing. You all put on cleats, and then you just come out, and then he starts playing the DuckTales theme song again, just running across a field of graves. Everyone's looking at you, and they see the giant group approaching. They're like, no, not again. We thought it was over. And then you come, and then you just start stomping the hell out of my grave plot, just digging up the fucking grass. The image in my head, like I'm just imagining this, and I'm like, this is so fucked up.
I just want a bunch of people to just rip my fucking corpse apart right in front of my loved ones.
In front
just
of
like they're feral fucking animals.
You always gotta do it one step further, don't you, Matt? You always gotta go like, no, not even one step, like 7 steps further.
Yeah. I want my mom to be hit by a piece of my colon.
Oh, fucking hell. Holy shit. She just gets slapped in the face, and she's like, what the hell is that? Looks down, it's your colon.
Yeah.
It's still got like a bit of shit in it.
It's my poop chute, Mom. I'm just, and like the entire time this is happening, like movie pan over, I'm just standing there like a Force ghost, like while that version of this, like the fucking Ewok, like the Yub Nub song plays.
You have a hologram of yourself set up so that you're just standing there, just nodding approvingly at what's going on.
Like, I wanted this.
Nobody stopped this. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh shit. I mean, you already want to die by being basically ripped apart anyway, so it would kind of be like redundant, wouldn't it?
Just fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, you know, we talked about the robot. If the robot crushing my head, there'd still be a lot of me left to rip apart.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, if we did the being thrown off of the top of Mount Everest, That'd be a little harder.
Oh, fuck. So you got high on acid today.
Yeah. Well, you don't get high, you trip.
Well, yeah. I mean, is there like a substantial difference between the two?
I guess like tripping might be more like the hallucination side of things, I guess. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. Because half the fucking hallucinations don't work on me, god damn it.
Why? What do you mean they don't work on you? Like you see them, but you're like, I know that's not real, so I don't
Yeah,
care.
because whenever I hallucinate, it's crystal fucking clear, and it's like, well, obviously that's fucking fake. You're not real, Mr. Dragon. You ain't fooling me. Get the fuck out of here.
Matt makes his will save every time he fucking takes hallucinogenics.
Audio hallucinations, though, on the other hand, those fucking work still. But those aren't fun. Audio hallucinations are never fun.
No, they're always frightening as shit.
I remember one time at Virginia Beach when me and my sister went on a fucking drug vacation. I ate like half a bag of magic mushrooms, and me and her boyfriend were playing like Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the Wii. And we were just so fucking into it. Just like he was standing up and like shirtless and just sweating the entire time we were playing it. Also, like the game kept fucking spinning because we didn't know how to make the camera work with the Wiimotes. So the whole game just kept spinning around the entire time we were playing it. And halfway through fucking playing it, I just start fucking hearing a fucking parade.
Like loud fucking, and clear?
Yeah, with the fucking horns and the fucking like drums and shit, and I'm like, where the fuck is this parade?
As if it was happening like right next to you.
Yeah, and like I start screaming about it so much, my sister starts fucking hearing it, and then we just all run outside to fucking like look at the fucking, try to find this fucking parade, and there was just nothing but fucking Indians outside of the hotel. Cause like apparently there was nothing but Indians at this fucking hotel we were at, and we never found the parade.
So like Native American Indians or like Eastern Indians?
Like actual Indians, not natives.
Okay, gotcha. So you had like a shit ton of Rajas and shit. Just like wandering around. That probably must have also been fucked up for you too. You're just like, why the fuck is this entire? Are we?
I'm in Bangladesh now.
Oh fuck.
So yeah, like
the only time I ever got high on mushrooms was when I was they were putting these fucking chocolates, you know, those little like red heart, like red foil covered fucking chocolate hearts.
Yeah.
It was essentially they were putting those, and it was like me and like 3 other people. We were all just like sitting in the dark in a car that was like on. The lights were on, and we were just kind of chilling out. I didn't have a lot. I only had like 2 chocolates, I think. But everybody else had like a little bit more than I did, and we all just collectively freaked out together. I feel like you just share hallucinations when you're doing it together. I don't know what it is, but we all saw basically the same shit. Essentially, like the fucking windows got all fogged, and we just started seeing shit in the windows, just like creepy ass fucking like skulls and fucking like monster faces, just like so like we just saw so much shit, and we were all just like freaking the fuck out because like the person driving the fucking car forgot how to drive cars, so he's just sitting there not knowing what to do. We're all telling him we need to get the fuck out of there before we all die. And he's like, I don't know how. And then we didn't know how either. Like, we all just collectively forgot how a car works while we're freaking out about fucking monsters outside the goddamn car. Like, it was a terrible experience.
I was spitting out enough Lukey.
What?
Really phlegmy today.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, Lundy, have you seen Senji's been fucking trending all day on fucking Twitter?
Yeah, because apparently Netflix adapted fucking Evangelion, and people are pissed off because they don't have the Fly Me to the Moon at the end.
Yeah, and he sounds like a fucking 14-year-old girl.
You know what? That's fitting, actually. That's a good thing. That's
And they removed the homoeroticism.
What?
Yeah, with him and the fucking other dude.
I don't remember that.
What is his name? Fucking Kawawaris?
I don't know. I don't remember.
The dude with the I can't remember his fucking name.
The other dude at the school?
Yeah.
I don't remember there being like a whole lot of
Also, they changed all the fun dub lines. Like, what the fuck? I'm so fucked up.
What they changed that to?
I'm the lowest of the low.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, they did more of like a literal translation.
You can't do a literal translation. That's not as fun. It's never as fun. That's why fan dubs were always the best dubs, because those are people who were just like fucking just throw in curse words out of fucking nowhere. Oh god, old school fan dubs were the shit. Fan dubs and fan subs. Fan subs even more. Dude, Matt, did you ever rent old ass fucking anime that had fan subs on them?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's so fucking funny because they're always like either A, there'd be way too many fucking notes on the fucking subs where they would like literally explain every other word and how Japanese grammar works and shit. Or they would just not even give a shit about any of that and just kind of like localize every single line.
That
and
one.
Just like, that's some fucked up shit right there.
I posted a picture of the guy.
The guy? The what?
Yeah. In the Discord. That's the guy. That's the guy that Senji has like the homoerotic subtext with.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean now. All right.
Took all that out.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Why did they change it? Did they just? I guess they just didn't have the rights, did they?
Probably not.
You bad.
Or they might have thought that it's just better that way because they're just like incompetent sometimes.
Yeah, they are, especially when it comes to anime. A lot.
Yeah, except Castlevania
And Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah. God, Seven Deadly Sins is so fucking good.
I really wish it wasn't on Netflix so more people would fucking talk about it.
You just want to gush about Escanor, don't you?
I do. He's the bestest.
He's the best character ever made.
He really fucking is. He's just he's basically literally fucking Alucard from the fucking abridged version when he's like, fuck you, that's how.
A lot of people were fucking bitching about the fact that like Escanor, when it's like literally exactly noon, is still stronger than Meliodas.
I mean, he's only the strongest for like a minute.
Yeah. Even when Meliodas is completely and totally lost his shit and has gone completely insane, super fucking demon mode.
Yeah. To be
like,
fair,
it's still noon. So long as it is noon, Escanor is stronger.
If Meliodas waited like an hour to do this, Yeah, Escanor would be fucked. Or if he did it an hour earlier, Escanor would be fucked.
But he had to do it like exactly at noon for some fucking reason. It was probably so he could prove a point, because Meliodas knows what the fuck Escanor's about.
Yeah.
So he probably,
I mean,
so he was
really
probably under the influence, like, yeah, I could probably take Escanor even at his best, and I'll fucking prove it.
Yeah, but like he doesn't really know because there's some manga spoiler stuff about fucking Escanor's power where it's like, yeah, this isn't actually nothing like the other sins in terms of like how it actually operates and what it truly is.
Oh, it's not?
No, so spoiler alerts. So fucking Pride used to be fucking what's his face's fucking. It used to be a fucking commandment, not a sin.
Oh, okay.
So and fucking what's fucking dude with the black ball who tried to fight Escanor?
Fucking shit.
That was actually his fucking commandment when he was still an angel.
Seven deadly sins commandments.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, but now
like,
it's gonna bother me if I don't fucking remember which one it was.
When he fights Escanor, he's like, wow, I'm really surprised at how nice you are. And Escanor's like, most people are. And then he's also like, please don't hate me because your power won't work against me if you hate me for killing your fucking dumb, easily killable friends.
Yeah, Estarossa.
Yeah, Estarosta. Yeah, like Pride used to be Estarosta's commandment when he was an angel. And that's why like Pride is so powerful, because Pride is like was directly gifted to fucking him with fucking like God. Like God basically was like, here, you get my powers because I love you so much, or some dumb shit. Ugh. Look, super new. Just a lot of the shit we talk about's on Netflix. Like, it's easily available.
Well, most of it anyway. Some of it's still manga shit.
Yeah, like Boku no Hero. Finally.
Just still haven't caught up on.
I know, Lundy.
I mean, I am past fucking Overhaul, but like that's like.
Are you at least fucking at the fucking Endeavor Redemption arc?
Here's where I'm at: the festival.
I don't even remember that because it's been so long.
I know.
Have you seen Hawks yet?
I mean, I've seen him, but I haven't seen much of him.
Okay. Oh,
I know who Hawks is.
Hawks really makes me mad at like the X-Men movies even more, because it's like, man, it'd be really cool if fucking like Angel fought like this and like the movies, the comics, or fucking anything. Because Hawks is the fucking shit. Also, I can't. Yeah, I think you are right at the fucking like Endeavor, because I think that's the festivals when all those fucking weird Nomu attack, and you get to see the intelligent Nomu.
Yeah.
Also, fucking, I cannot wait for fucking Attack on Titan to come back, Lundy.
Why?
Because I don't care about the show at all. But as somebody who has read the manga and has kept up on the manga, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait for the moment to fucking happen that split the manga fan base to happen in the anime, and watch all the anime only people be like, I don't like this show anymore.
Well, we already had that when everybody realized that the dude who made Attack on Titan's like a fucking nationalist.
I mean,
He's like he's like a Nazi or some shit, right?
yeah, I wouldn't say Nazi. He's probably on the same level as the fucking Gate asshole. Honestly. Right. But yeah, so for people, you might want to mute for like 2 minutes or so, because I'm not going to talk about this for long, but if you care about spoilers for Attack on Titan, I can't wait to see when fucking Shinji becomes the villain protagonist of the series. And how seriously? Yeah. So you didn't know that, Lundy?
No. I
so
barely
Shinji,
keep up on this shit.
I mean, not Shinji. Eren fucking he joins with the fucking other Titans, and he's like, yeah, fuck humanity.
Why?
Because it turns out like all the Titan shifters are like part of like this ancient fucking race that got wiped out by all the other races of man because they were scared of their powers or whatnot.
Okay. But like, what's the connection though? Because they're able to turn. Okay, so they start off as humans, but they're able to turn into Titans. So like,
yeah.
So then that ancient. So what's the connection between humanity and the Titans then? If they're supposed to be like a different species entirely? Now I'm confused.
It is really confused because it's one of those things where it's like, oh, we're a different species from humanity, but we don't look different. Well, I think they do, like, because they're fuck, what are they called? I want to say they're called like the Elden or something like that. Like they do like the fucking dumb standard fucking like fucking fantasy bullshit where it's like, oh, like they're a different race from humans because they have like purple eyes and silver hair or some dumb shit. Because here's something else, Lundy, about this that, like, spoiler alert for way fucking later in Attack on Titan. Armin becomes a fucking Titan, and he's not related to these fuckers. So humans can become Titan shifters as well.
Okay. So okay. Wait. Then what about Eren? Like I'm goddamn, this whole goddamn thing's fucking.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It seems really fucking convoluted.
It really fucking does get convoluted, and spoiler alert, very genocide-y.
Oh, it's fucking great.
But yeah, like, I can't wait until all this shit starts happening in the anime, and like the anime fan base is just like, we don't know how to feel about this show anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fucking fun just watching the anime only fandom just rip itself a fucking part when they realize like, oh, Eren has become basically like Super Hitler.
Super Hitler. That's a hell of a way to put it.
Like if Eren, if Hitler could just turn into a giant and eat the Jews, that's fucking what Eren becomes.
You know, it's really helping out this fucking interpretation of Attack on Titan as being like fucking supportive of Nazi Germany.
Yeah, you know what's really weird though, because like the race that Eren's a part of is very heavily coded Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's weird. Because they didn't all get wiped out either by like the ancient. Because that's the other thing you find out. You find out like the world's kind of like Big O, where there's like there's like way more fucking groups and shit out there than just like the big walled city.
But
And
like,
there's also
nobody really knows anything about it because it's been so long.
yeah, and like because basically the area where the walled city is just like the shithole of the world. But yeah, like
now I'm getting Village vibes, like M. Night Shyamalan, fucking that movie.
A little bit, yeah. There's a little because like a lot of the other groups, like the Chinese people, I forget what they're called, but like they're fucking like they kept their fucking technology, like they have atom bombs and shit. Because that's how you find out that the fucking Titans are immune to atom bombs.
They're immune to atom bombs, but you can slice them up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, they make guillotine fucking cannons eventually.
Guillotine cannons. So you shoot them at the Titans in order to cut their heads off?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're weird because they're like weird tanks that have like fucking neck things on them that they trap the Titans in, and then they shoot like the fucking blades up like these arms. And that's how they decapitate the Titans. But yeah, Attack on Titan's dumb. I hate it.
I could never really like actually get into it.
Me neither. I just started reading it because I was like, I got nothing better to do. And these fucking chapters are fucking short. I think if I remember right, the whole reason I know about this is because when I started reading it, like that stuff was just happening, so it didn't take me long to catch up. And then I caught up and I was like, oh, people are not gonna fucking like this. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Attack on Titan survives because they already had that one stumbling block that was season 2 that everybody fucking hated. Where's my mouse? Oh, good. Focus. You're here. Talk to Lundy for a bit because I need to go get some tea. I'm thirsty. I have just been sitting here sweating like a brazen pig.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that is what Matt is. So,
well,
it's not even a simile, really. It's just...
I mean, it's hot here. I can only imagine how hot it is in Virginia.
I mean, that's why I have a fan just literally just pointed at me.
Yeah, that's the good shit.
It's like 5 feet away, and it's just like, boom, right on me. I don't even do that fucking swirling thing either. Like, that swivel shit. Fuck that. I want it just on me, fucking nonstop. I'm pretty sure that's a way to get sick, but, like, I've never really felt anything as a result of it, so I don't know.
I imagine it might depend on some factors. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I do know that, like, I was told not to do that when it comes to, like, sleeping. Like, don't have a fan just, like, pointing directly at your fucking face while you're sleeping. Like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, mine isn't quite pointed directly at my face when I'm sleeping, but, you know, pretty close. So you're going to play Dragon Quest XI next, right?
Yep. I got started on it. Might as well keep on fucking going.
Yep. I actually missed the start of that one.
Hey, I'm back.
So you missed me creating anal vape. I think I can't remember what the hell I called him. I called him something that was like anal something backwards.
Anal vape, the
Anal
breaker of chains.
No, it was anal slut backwards.
Undaunted.
So his name is Tolslana.
Oh, okay.
So it's anal slut backwards. That was suggested by the chat, so that's just
By
how that's
Loiter.
going.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Figures.
Warder thought it would be hilarious, and I agreed. So there we go.
I got the new DLC for Stellaris. Yay, me.
Congrats, Matt.
I still don't like how they've done sectors. Even though they fixed them, they're still fucked.
I unfortunately don't know anything about that game.
There's no way to lower fucking sectors now. It's just bullshit. It's like, come on, I'm almost at my administration cap here, game. Let me do something. Let me get rid of some of these extra planets. We should do Stellaris one day, Lundy.
It would result in like nothing, Matt. Your connection for multiplayer is so bad.
Look, it could be a 500-part series. Just unending content.
It wouldn't even really be Stellaris. It would just kind of be a podcast with like Stellaris going by at 1/1000th its normal speed in the background.
Yeah.
Which is oh fuck. We'd be doing other shit that wasn't Stellaris because of how slow it would be going, just to keep ourselves fucking occupied and entertained.
Just Pokemon Showdown on the side.
Pokemon Showdown while we're fucking doing Stellaris. We do like 10 matches and like a month passes in Stellaris. It's like, oh, cool. I can like build another ship. Oh shit! I haven't gotten any way to start fucking updates for it, so I don't even know what the fuck Stellaris is like these days.
Oh, it's changed a lot, Lundy, since you last played.
So I understand.
It's basically a whole new game. Also, Ken, you were saying something.
I need Goat to make a team on Pokemon Showdown so he can face my Hell team.
Oh yeah, I need to make a team too. I'm not getting Sword and Shield now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Why not?
know. Okay.
Because of the fucking non-national decks?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Oh my god. Matt, then you're never gonna get another Pokemon game again.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah, they have said that.
Every new Pokemon game that comes out.
Yeah, they've said that.
You know what, Lundy? Don't settle for less. Fight for more. Them's my philosophy on this.
I don't know how much goes into making those, but I do know that there's a lot of legacy code going on, so it does... Also, I am a little cynical and do think maybe this is kind of cutting corners.
Because I don't want to, like, I hate the whole, like, Game Freak is lazy thing, because game development is, like, hard work, and, like, even if you make a shitty game, you work hard on it. Game Freak is incompetent. That's what they are.
I mean, I don't know.
Like have you seen, like, the shit with like fucking Sun and Moon, like the amount of wasted space on that fucking game cartridge?
I have no idea.
Because like basically the Pokemon Company is using fucking like methods and shit that like fucking people were using in the PlayStation 1 era. So there's like a lot of fucking duplicate models of fucking characters and shit instead of just doing other things. Like I know the Totem Pokemon. Sorry, I had a burp. I know the Totem Pokemon that like those are different. Those are completely different models than like the regular Pokemon. So they couldn't even just be like, oh, let's just scale up a normal model like during this one fight. Like, no, for this one fucking fight in this game, we just got one model. Because that's what a lot of people are speculating that the Dynamaxing is. That each of the 3 rounds is a completely new model that's being loaded in.
Yeah, that would be an issue potentially, as far as It'd be an obstacle.
So that's like the big current. Yeah, that's like the big current theory now with Sword and Shield is like Game Freak is just incompetent, and instead of doing what they probably should have done, delayed the fucking game, they're just fucking charging through with a half-finished fucking piece of shit. But also, too, Lundy, the more I think about it, the more I hate Dynamaxing as well. That's kind of the other reason I don't want to get Sword and Shield. The more I just think about it, it's like, this seems really fucking dumb, and it really feels like to me like every gym battle is going to just turn into the same thing now.
Oh, just Dynamax?
Yeah, you just blast through their fucking team until they have their last fucking poke. Because we all know they're going to save the fucking Dynamaxing for their fucking last Pokemon. Yeah. Just hate it. I really feel like the Thanos meme focus right now with like, did you get your open world Pokemon game? Yes. What did it cost? Everything.
Everything.
Because you know who's not going to be in there? My boy Dunsparce. I know Dunsparce isn't going to be in Sword and Shield because nobody but me likes fucking Dunsparce.
I know a few people who like Dunsparce, to be fair. But...
I know, yeah, there's a few of us. But, like, they ain't gonna have fucking Dunsparce in Sword and Shield. He's dumb and shit.
The common Dunsparce moveset is a very matte moveset, let's say.
He really fucking is. His moves are just so dumb and annoying. And he's got a dumb and annoying fucking ability in Serene Grace.
Yeah, you just headbutt things after you Thunder Wave them.
Or you do what I do, Ancient Power, just constantly, hoping to get that fucking boost.
I fucking love Ancient Power, but it's a dumbass gimmick.
It is, but like, if you can pull it off, if you can go Super Saiyan with it, it's like, it's basically, using Ancient Power and getting the fucking stat boost with it is the Pokemon equivalent of landing a Falcon Punch in fucking Smash Brothers.
Yeah, kinda.
It's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't happen often, but god damn, it feels fucking good. Oh, have you guys heard about Sparkle?
What's Sparkle?
He's like the newest fucking sensation in the Smash competitive scene. He's 13 years old.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really?
Oh.
And in his first fucking live tournament, because he's done like online tournaments and stuff, but in his first like actual real tournament, he wiped the floor with like 2 of the best fucking Smash players in the fucking world.
Yep.
I love
every
it.
Once in a while, someone like that shows up.
Because his playstyle's just aggressive. He's just constantly like.
Who does he play?
He plays Cloud.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty interesting. 13-year-old mains Cloud.
Yeah. He's so fucking great.
Matt just loves it when young people get one over on the older generation.
I also just love aggressive Smash players. I hate that's why I fucking hated competitive Smash for so fucking long, because it was fucking so defense oriented.
You know who's super
Yeah.
fucking boring to watch play Smash is that fucking low tier god motherfucker. Because he mains Snake, and all he fucking does is throw bombs.
To be fair, that's what you do with Snake.
I know,
Snake
but
is-
it's so
Snake is-
boring.
Snake is a weird character because he's all about like tactical positioning, which I guess makes sense because he's from a fucking tactics game.
I know,
He's
but
from
it's just so boring to watch. It's like mine, bomb, mine, fucking grenade, bomb, fucking. There's no actual like interaction going on. He's just flying around you, trying not to get hit while dropping bombs all over you.
I
and
think it's
fucking
not
spreading
so much
freedom
you
and
hate,
democracy.
you hate the player. You just hate Snake as a character in terms of like, yeah, I get it. You're a good character in terms of like your representation of your game and stuff and how you play. You're just really fucking boring to watch, Snake.
He is. He's just really fucking boring to watch. And like, I don't know, like, there's just something about a dude, like, because the play style is essentially non-interactive, right? Like, he just flies around,
Do you have
not
the same
getting hit.
problem with Pac-Man, Lundy?
Huh?
Do you have the same problem with Pac-Man?
I haven't seen many
Pac-Man's
Pac-Man
got a
players.
bit. 'Cause,
Pac-Man has
I mean,
a lot of that.
yeah, but also Pac-Man's like really dumb. Pac-Man's just so dumb. I love him.
I don't like. Listen, this is the same in basically any game where there's like fucking fighting and shit. If it is a character that specializes in essentially being non-interactive and just kind of like a war of attrition, I get so bored watching. Like, I just can't handle it. It's just
I
so
don't like
fucking
playing
bad.
those characters. I don't mind watching them. I just don't like playing them.
Yeah.
That's why I like Sparkle, because I'm all about like my main in fucking Smash Brothers is Lucario.
God damn it, Matt.
Because I'm like, I ain't fucking blocking. Just hit me. Hit me like a fucking man. So I can hit you fucking way fucking harder.
I'm gonna say fuck Lucario, by the way.
No, Lucario's awesome. He's great.
Not when you're going up against him.
I mean, yeah, they actually made Lucario good in Ultimate. Even if half of his fucking recoveries don't do damage, but like whatever, like I could just punch people in their dicks really fucking hard.
Yeah, you can.
Also, fucking Incineroar. I love it. It's weird. Like like looking back, all of my mains in fucking Smash history have been fucking Pokemon.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah,
you are
'cause in
the
60
king. You are King Autism.
Because in
Well,
64 it was
King Autism,
Pikachu,
So
Like the best character in that game.
and then in
Fucking tier
fucking
horse.
Melee it was fucking Mewtwo.
Okay, he's garbage in that game.
Because I got really good at doing the fucking like dodge roll thing with fucking Mewtwo with his fucking B.
Okay.
And then when fucking Brawl came out, it was fucking Lucario all the way from there on. Because again, Lucario, he's all about aggressive play. He's all about like, hey, just go ahead and fucking rack up some damage because that makes you fucking stronger in the long run. And you're already a fairly heavy character because you're part steel type.
I want to say he's pretty light.
He's like medium weight, if I remember right.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think I want to say he's heavier than Charizard.
No.
no, Charizard's
Not-
really
not in
light
Smash.
actually.
Not in Smash. He's not heavier than Charizard in Smash.
Also, again, I am happy for the Banjo-Kazooie people, but god damn did I want fucking Cuphead. I really wanted fucking Cuphead because I just want Cuphead to be a 2D fighter like Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah, but like the likelihood of that happening before all the other icons get in is so fucking like ridiculously low, Matt. Like, let's be honest.
Also,
Plus, he would probably end up fighting a very similar to Ness, honestly.
No, see, here's what I would do with Cuphead, right? So this is a little weird, and I know some people would fight me on this, but I like with Cuphead's move list for Smash, I would actually lean very much heavily more into the animation stuff.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I would have like a lot of his fucking moves based off of like fucking tropes from like Rubber Hose animation shorts and
so
shit.
Like summoning like Steamboat Willie or some shit like that.
Yeah, shit like that, or like maybe his fucking jab is the old fucking like noodle arms.
I could see that, but at the same time, like, there's so many other fucking characters that people have been wanting to get into fucking Smash for like ever.
Look,
like, Cuphead's last on the list for
I'm
sure.
just saying, like, when it comes to the Microsoft reps, it's like, I'm glad it's not Steve. I'll say that first and foremost. So glad it's not Minecraft Steve. Here's the thing, though. I'm going to say this. I don't think Minecraft shouldn't have representation in Smash. If Minecraft does have representation in Smash, it should be a stage, because that makes more sense with Minecraft.
Yeah, it shouldn't have like a character. It's really stupid. It's like fucking.
So you know who I fight a lot on Lundy is like a lot of the people who want like one of the hunters from Monster Hunter in the game, and I'm like, no, like. It makes sense that fucking Monster Hunter is represented by Rathalos as a boss and fucking assist trophy, because Monster Hunter's not about the fucking hunters. It's about the monsters first and foremost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
here.
That
I posted
makes
the weights
sense
for you.
Oh no, I got something in my eye.
Yeah, I got something in my eye too. I'm fucking. It's painful. God damn.
I got mine out.
I didn't get mine out. It's the fucking contacts. They fucking like latch on to anything that fucking comes into my eye, and then it takes forever to get it out. Goddamn contacts. Piece of shit. Fuck.
Man, Ivysaur's a fat piece of shit, isn't he?
Yeah. He's supposed to be. He's Ivysaur.
That's not that heavy. I mean, he's lighter than Mario.
But yeah, Lundy, going back to the whole Pokemon. Oh, Lundy's back. So yeah, Lundy, going back to the whole Pokemon thing. It's like, look, I don't need you, Pokemon. Like, there's actually a plethora of RPGs on the Switch, and like, there's a lot of games coming out that I want to get. You know,
Yep.
I'm gonna get that fucking Panzer Dragoon remake because every time there's a new Panzer Dragoon game, I buy it because I want Sega to make more Panzer Dragoon.
Now, obviously, Matt, you're getting Baldur's Gate 3, right?
Maybe if it comes out on fucking console. I don't know if my dumb computer could handle it. I don't even know if my fucking computer could handle the Divinity game.
I feel like if it can handle the Divinity game, it can probably handle Baldur's Gate 3. I really hope that you have a chance to also play Cyberpunk 2077.
Well, that is coming to console, so...
Well, I know it's coming to console, but I don't know if it's going to come to the one that you have.
I got a PlayStation 4. It's totally coming to that.
Yeah. It will. It'll come to that at the very least.
And plus, even though I don't buy games for the PlayStation 4 anymore, Bradley does.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a popular
using
game,
your nephew to fucking get games.
I mean, that's why you got Fallout 4. Because I was like, hey, you know, it'd be neat, Bradley, if you bought Fallout 4 just for the plant this little seed in your brain. Gonna walk
That
away,
feels fucking
let that grow.
manipulative as shit, Matt.
It is, but hey, look, he enjoyed the game.
What if he didn't? What if you?
Same with the
What if
Spider-Man.
you made him waste his fucking money? He doesn't
Well,
have much. What is
it's
he
a-
like? Fucking 12?
Look, yeah, it's fine. It's a learning experience.
Right. Man, that's not how this shit works. Holy shit, man. You can't leech games off of your fucking 12-year-old nephew.
Look, back in like the 1800s, for a child to learn this lesson, they'd have to lose like a hand in a coal mine or fucking get like mercury poison from a snake's oil salesman. Nobody gets hurt. It's fine.
My brother sold me his PlayStation games and his PlayStation.
Do you got Bloodborne?
No. This was back like during the PS1 era.
I was gonna say, like, because if we're talking about PlayStation 4, all you need is Bloodborne. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's the reason I've stopped playing. I've stopped buying fucking PlayStation 4 games. It's like nothing's gonna top this.
Bloodborne
Unless
is
you
the only
make
experience
Bloodborne
necessary.
2. Make Bloodborne 2 from software.
What do you think the chances of that are?
Probably very low.
Yeah. Especially since they're moving on to Sekiro.
To be fair, they still got fucking at least, I think, 2 more Sony exclusives to do. Because I think they had I think they had a deal for 4 exclusive games for the PlayStation 4 over its lifetime. And now that we know the PlayStation 4's life cycle is coming to an end, it's like, well, from software, you got very little options here. Unless they're going to say Bloodborne 2 for PlayStation 5, which would be like a real son of a bitch fucking move on their part.
Not just
literally
literally like, fuck! Now I gotta get a goddamn PlayStation 5 just for Bloodborne 2!
I would, because I did that for Bloodborne 1. This is literally the only reason to get the dumb fucking console.
I'm still mad that I can't get Bloodborne on Steam. How long has it been since its release?
Oh, it's been like probably.
I want to say 6 years?
Yeah, like it was like a fucking launch. It wasn't like a launch title, but it was like near launch title for the PlayStation 4. Because like I remember Bloodborne was like the first big game for the PlayStation 4 that basically justified its existence.
It was the only game that justified its existence.
I mean, the new Spider-Man game is pretty good.
Yeah, but that came like at the ass end of its lifetime.
So Bloodborne's only 4 years old.
Really? I thought it was a little bit older.
Yeah, me too.
Because I know Dark Souls 3 is like 2 years old. Or 3. Yeah, 3 years old.
I do love Dark Souls 3 though.
Dude, Dark Souls 3 is fucking... I'll go ahead and say it's the best of the Dark Souls series.
Maybe. It's definitely got the best bosses.
And the best music for the bosses.
I don't think there's a single fucking dud boss in the entirety of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, literally all of them are good.
I know, like
even the fucking Deacons of the Deep I enjoyed.
I love fucking Dark Eden Deer.
Did you beat Midir?
Yeah.
Shit. It took me, I want to say 10 tries to beat Midir.
Yeah, probably like 12. I love him so much though, because it's like this is how every dragon should be in a video game. This is a dragon fight.
It feels so fucking epic just to fight him.
Oh, I love it when he just grabs you and just starts slamming you into the fucking ground.
I'm surprised it didn't have a move where he just like ate you
Yeah.
and just started like just munching on you. I'm always surprised when like an enemy that's like clearly a meat eater of some sort that has like a big gaping maw doesn't try to just eat you. How long did it take you to
Not
beat
everyone's
Mr.
into
Freed?
Vor, Lundy.
Huh?
Mhm.
Not everyone's into Vor, Lundy.
Madeira was probably definitely the hardest boss in Dark Souls 3 for me.
How long did it take you to beat Sister Freed?
Not too long.
I remember Nick lost his fucking mind trying to beat her.
I know. I wanted to give him so much. I was trying to help him too.
I got so mad at him when he just like hacked the game, gave himself infinite HP, and just like tanked her shit. And this guy fucking killed her that way. He's like, "There, I fucking won. You happy now?"
No, because you
Yeah.
cheated.
Yeah.
Oh god, what's that fucking viral post about something like that again?
It was fucking you not only cheated the game, but you cheated yourself, shit like that.
Because I think the thing with
Yeah.
like with Freya is because like no like all the humanoid bosses didn't give me as much trouble as like they would have in like Dark Souls 2 or 1. Because like Bloodborne taught me. Bloodborne taught me really fucking well.
Parry.
Yeah. None of this fucking shield garbage.
I mean, I was never one for shielding, and I was really never one for parrying either. I just fucking do the dodge rolls and just fucking counterattack, fucking combo lock. Basically, my strategy all the time. But like with Freed, it was like really difficult to do that on our third form because she just wouldn't stop attacking ever. Finding an opening was really difficult.
yeah. I think I just ended up beating her by just out aggressing and her. Was just like, okay, you're not going to stop attacking. I'm not going to stop attacking.
Now that did change up obviously when I played Sekiro, because you can't just dodge roll in that because it's not a thing. You gotta parry. It's the only way to win fights.
Sekiro like re-brought back all of the old memories of Bushido Blade for me. Make a new Bushido Blade, Square Enix.
Have you played? So you played through Sekiro then?
Yeah,
How'd you like it?
it's fine.
Would you agree with me that it's actually easier than the Dark Souls series?
Yeah.
Once you learn how the mechanics works, it's actually pretty easy.
I mean, like, a good chunk of the game is like one-shottable out of the gate.
Well, yeah, because there's no upgrades. Like, yeah, there are. There's the prayer beads and the fucking memories, but like those increases are like fucking.
That's not about.
minimal.
That's not what the combat's about, though.
Yeah. Like I actually did an experiment where the only upgrade that I got to my skills was the thrust counter. That was it. And then I just saved up the rest of my points to just buy attack points when that becomes an option later, because you can if you get all the different parts to the fucking dancer's helmet, dancers like the dragon dancer fucking mask, that shit, then you're able to use your points to buy upgrades to your attack. And I'm like, I wonder how much of an increase this actually is. So I saved up all my shit and basically bought like 7 extra levels of attack power that you wouldn't normally get once I got to that point, which for one, it only actually takes place after you beat like the fucking monk for the second time. That's the earliest you can get that shit. So it's only useful for like a couple bosses. And for 2, it's not that much of an increase. The only boss, honestly, that's actually any sort of use for is the Demon of Hatred. Why the fuck is this on? I didn't ask that to be on.
I really didn't like the main character.
Is it because he talked?
Yeah.
You're like, it's a From Software game. Silent protagonist, damn it.
Exactly. It's like, I'll be honest, I don't like Zelda talking in the new Zelda games either. I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable hearing, or like fucking Pauline in fucking Super Mario Odyssey. Just hearing somebody talk normally in like one of those games is like, this feels weird. I don't like it.
It's like Uncanny Valley shit.
Yeah, it's like everybody should be talking like fucking like Sims or something, like
like the Mario and Luigi games.
Yeah, like everybody should be just talking like the Banjo-Kazooie, like
oh shit. What? Why do you insist on that? I don't understand. That's such a weird line to draw in the sand. I don't like games incorporating voice acting where there used to not be any.
It wouldn't be a problem if like they did this when everybody else was doing it.
So did you not like Suikoden 5 then?
No, I mean for other, like, to be fair, that was like the least reason not to like fucking Suikoden 5.
Wait, Suikoden 5 is fucking awesome. Fuck you.
It's better than 4, but it's no fucking 2. It's no 3.
Yeah. Listen. Van Gogh's all right. He's better than like a Deviant artist, but he's not as it's no Leonardo da Vinci. Like that's so fucking stupid.
Lundy, I'll say this. Like Suikoden 5 is firmly right in the middle. It's firmly at 3.
Like 3 out of 5, you mean?
Yeah.
No, I'd say it's at least 3.5, if not a 4.
Well, no, I'm saying in terms of like the series. Like
no, okay. In terms of the series,
it doesn't beat 2 or 3, in my opinion, and it beats 1.
I think it beats 1
fair
and
to
3.
1 though. Like
I think it beats 1 and 3. And I love 3.
No, fucking 3 is great.
Yeah, 3 is great, but I find 5 better. But one of the primary reasons being that it actually has like an overarching story that like connects everything in the world together, which I really appreciate because we didn't. Really
why I like 3? You know why I like 3? Why I love 3? Because 3, like 2, and this is what really makes me sad about the Suikoden games overall. Like they actually felt like being in a war. Like 2 and 3 did a really good job of conveying this, like that just desperation of like, fuck, like we gotta fucking we gotta get on fucking task. We need to send people here. We need to send people, especially in fucking 3. Like I love the whole fucking chapter system in 3 because it really shows like it's not just one fucking group. It's like there's people everywhere working.
Narratively, sure. But 5 actually had armies fighting each other.
I mean, technically 1 had armies fighting each other.
I mean, yeah, but like in a really weird fucking way that didn't make any sense. At least you still had like there was still strategy involved in 5. Like 3 was kind of dumb in the sense that you could just level everybody up a shit ton and then just kind of like auto battle everything and not actually have to give a shit.
I mean,
because the only people that were fighting were your fucking main characters.
No, you had some like there were some side characters. That's why you needed to recruit a lot of people as fucking Thomas.
No, because you didn't even have to win anything as Thomas. You just had to
No,
survive.
you did need to win that one fucking like siege fight as
No,
Thomas,
you just had to survive long enough, and then you retreat into the castle.
Obligatory play trails.
Listen,
Matt, too.
Matt, at the very least in 5, for one, putting different combinations of people together would make them either much more useful or at the very least get like you had a choice. You could have the abilities that people had access to, or you could have the strength of sort of covering your types, as it were. And I think that was an interesting thing to be able to choose between in 5. Whereas in 3, there was no fucking strategy involved. Level up everybody, throw them at the enemy, you'll win.
No.
Yes, Matt. Yes.
No.
Yes. You know this to be true. Search your feelings, Matt.
I could tell that he agreed, given the way he said no the first time.
No.
He's like, no. Like pleading.
Yeah, I'm gonna go let my dog in.
Okay.
Oh wait, she just came in. Never mind. Well, I still got on hooker, so I'm still going for a bit.
For literally a second. But yeah, that's kind of like the main. So, Focus, you've never played any of the Suikoden games, so well, none of the main stories anyway.
Yeah.
The main thing is that each one of them has a different way of approaching sort of the fact that there's like a war going on, because each story incorporates basically a giant war that's going on in whatever region that it takes place in, and you're going to be taking part in it, and usually as like the growing commander, as it were. Now one had like kind of a weird just rock paper scissors system. Essentially, you had your side on one side, the other side on the other side, and then you picked either like melee, archers, or magic.
I'm gonna ask you a question real quickly.
Okay.
And I want to see if you're a dumb or a smart person. What was the worst part about what was the worst thing, like worst system in the original Suikoden game?
The worst system in the first one?
Yes.
Not being able to run?
No, the duels.
The duels were kind of dumb, yeah. But like, I think it was all right considering the fact that they've never done something like that before, and that's only improved since then.
Here's the big reason why the duels were so awful in the first game. They were all about fucking like verbal and textual context in a time period where nobody gave a shit about fucking properly translating shit.
Oh, yeah,
that's true. That's true.
So you get just like weird lines of like, it's like I attack, like I block your attack by hitting your blade with my blade, and it's like, what does that fucking mean? Is that a defense? Is that a desperation attack? What is this?
Listen, Matt. Here's the thing. When I went between Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 2, the first thing that I realized is that I had the ability to run out the gate, and I was like, fucking game changer.
Like run from or like run on the field?
The first game I ever, and you know what? This is why I always hated Pro Jarrett. This is why I'm kind of glad what happened.
This is why I hated Pro Jarrett before it was cool to hate Pro Jarrett.
Yeah. The first RPG I ever played was Final Fantasy Mystical Quest.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of love for that awful piece of shit game.
I have a friend who does too.
And like,
in large part due to the music, though.
So I come from a period, Lundy, where running in an RPG was very common, and it's like, well, this is just how these games play. Slow.
Listen, so Focus, you don't know this, but essentially in Suikoden 1, in Suikoden 1, you were limited to basically walking speed throughout at least the first quarter of the game. You could not run until you got a rune called the Holy Rune, which was literally just your ability to run. You had to attach it to somebody, and everyone could only have one rune. So at least one person in your party had to have that on their person and equipped in order for you to be able to run.
Who had
that's pretty.
Also, there was an elf who had like a better version.
Yeah, there was an elf that had the Godspeed rune, essentially, which allowed you to run not only when you're in town and shit, but also on the world map, because you couldn't run on the world map either. So that was kind of like a problem with 2. Not 2, the original. But in 2...
When did that game came out?
Huh?
When did Suikoden 1 come out?
I want to say 93
okay,
or 95.
I'll tell you this. So I'll tell you this, Focus. It's Suikoden came out so long ago that the upgraded special version of it was on the Sega Saturn.
Yeah. I mean, 1995 sounds like a little bit too late. That sounds dated by 1995 a little bit. Like that running system thing.
To be fair, the whole thing with Suikoden 1 is they never made an RPG before. So they were like, they wanted to make Suikoden 2, but they were like, we've never made an RPG before. We don't know how this works.
So basically, Suikoden 1 was just them experimenting with all the different types of shit they can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could
let's make a not prequel.
But 2 was like completely and totally superior in every fucking way to 1. And one of the main things, or the big thing, when I first got into it was that fucking I had almost immediate control over my main character and fucking Joey, and I started running around the camp, and I could just run. I just spent like literally like 2 fucking minutes, like 2 full minutes just running in a fucking circle going, I can fucking run and I don't need to equip a stupid fucking rune. This is amazing. That's why I say that not being able to run is the dumbest fucking part about 1, Matt. It was so fucking necessary. Nah. Like, it just felt like such a slow fucking slog. When you're finally able to run, it just changes the fucking game entirely.
Oh, the first game on PlayStation. Okay. That shouldn't be 1993.
It was like a literal, I think it was a fucking launch title for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So, like, I give it a pass, because it's like, look, nobody knew how this shit was working, and it wouldn't be until later, like, if you tell...
We didn't have any good Japanese translated games over here until, like, fucking 97 anyway. And even then, it was still shitty.
You know who I'm gonna say knocked it out of the fucking park, right? Like, not Final Fantasy, because I'm a hipster.
Yeah, I know.
Tales of Destiny.
Fair enough.
I think Tales of Destiny was, like, the first fucking... like RPG to like really do a lot of, like, at least at the time, the modern systems of like, okay, we're gonna have like split up inventories, we're gonna have like a more user friendly UI, we're gonna actually explain fucking shit. The translation isn't good. Like, we're gonna pay some people to actually fucking do the translation instead of just finding somebody.
Instead of just finding some passionate person who's willing to do it for fucking free.
Yeah. Instead of just finding some rando who... So, fun fact, Nintendo up until the N64 era, the people who did the translations were just the people in the warehouse. Like, if you could speak Japanese and English, guess what? Promotion.
You're translating games now.
Yeah.
Fucking. So Suikoden 2 is basically, for Focus's benefit, Suikoden 2 is basically considered the best Suikoden game out of the entirety of the series. Now I will say that part of that is probably because it's a lot of people's first. But I will also say that it has the most interesting, it has the most intricate wartime system. That's for certain. It also has a very good story that follows up from 1 that actually like makes everybody's every returning character from 1 actually gets like their own satisfying story in this one, whereas in 1 everybody just kind of existed as like design concepts, as it were, as opposed to like actual characters. So 2 fleshed out all the stories that you wanted to see in the first one. It improved on literally all of the mechanics. The graphics looked way better. It was the first one where every fucking character actually felt good. Like, because one of the mechanics,
shockingly,
huh?
Because this is something like a lot of game developers don't do nowadays. Shockingly, they took what they learned from the first game, applied it to the second game, and improved on the areas they needed to improve.
Yeah, they basically did the exact thing that nobody else fucking does. So
except for maybe Nintendo.
And so one of the core concepts of every Suikoden game is that there's 108 characters that you can have in your like group.
Yeah, because the original Suikoden like was based off of some Chinese novel or something.
Basically some sort of like weird mythos fucking thing where like there's 108 stars of that.
I want to say there's something else that is based off of like this that's also really super popular, but I can't remember.
And in 1, basically, if you manage to recruit all 108 of them, of which I think only like 40 something of them are like mandatorily recruited throughout the story. If you did manage to recruit literally everybody, then like
you could miss a lot of them. Also, not everybody was combat.
Yeah, a lot of people were
because you would recruit like
shopkeepers, cooks,
or gambling
fisher people. Yeah, gambling was good. That was a really good way to make fucking money in 1. Like you could fucking cheese that shit. You could cheese it in 2 as well.
You could cheese it in 3. The fucking lottery in 3.
Yeah, the lottery is fucking stupid. Just get 10 random fucking tickets and then just save right before you fucking you read the fucking results, and then just fucking get new fucking results literally every time you reload. Until you hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fucking anyway. So that's one of the core concepts, and like in 1, a lot of the characters that you recruited just kind of felt like whatever, but in 2, they like every single character felt like their own individual that you could actually like look at and recognize as a person, recognize what their use is, what their purpose is, get an actual personality out of them as opposed to say an archetype. Really fucking good.
You know what the weirdest part to me in the first Suikoden game is, Lundy?
Yeah.
Like, even to this day, it just sticks out like a sore fucking thumb to me. The whole Necrolord.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it is just like...
okay, so this is
it's like the start of the fucking end game, and it's just this big fucking side quest.
Basically, okay, so focus. Here's the fucking thing. The Suikoden universe essentially operates off of this mythos that the reality is sort of made up of these things called true runes, which are kind of like the essence of magic that make everything what it is.
Yeah, everybody uses magic, uses runes, but like the true runes are like they're the real fucking deal. They're basically the gods because
is like the progenitor of vampires.
It's one thing that's really interesting. One thing that's really interesting about the Suikoden universe, there's no fucking gods.
No, it's just magic.
Yeah, like magic is basically the religion.
Now there is a hint in 3, I think, that like the runes themselves actually have like conscious minds.
I mean, there's been hints throughout like most of the games. Like you had the fucking beast rune in 2.
Yeah.
And then
also, you know, you got the fucking Star Dragon sword.
Yeah, you have the Star Dragon Sword in 1. Also, it's heavily implied that Soul Eater just likes fucking with fucking Tyr.
Yeah. But anyway, so um so there's in Suikoden 1, as we pointed out, the entire purpose of Suikoden 1 was just to do like an experiment to see what they could do, to figure out how to make an RPG. Well, about 3/4 of the way through
1
the
second,
game.
Lundy. I gotta answer Rad Player's question because I have one. Dune.
Yeah, Dune doesn't have magic. It just has like
Yeah,
science
Dune,
shit.
yeah. Dune would be a fantasy universe with gods but no magic because Paul technically becomes the fucking God Emperor.
But anyway, 3/4 of the way through the game, you just find yourself somewhat randomly in the middle of like this village of like isolated people who apparently are just warriors.
I can tell you, Lundy, so the first thing you go to is like, it's just like, oh, let's go take over this area now, right?
Yeah.
Because this is after you've taken over, like, I want to say like 3 areas.
Yeah, essentially you're rebelling against
against
your dad in 1. Your dad is a king, he's and you're leading the rebellion against him and shit, blah blah. And you're taking
your dad
territory.
serves the king.
Huh?
Your dad serves the king.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And the king's a douche.
So basically, you and your army, you show up to the fucking like the fortress.
I'll be right back.
In like the big wall of the surrounds.
Hold on, Matt. Fucking,
so,
like, I want focus to hear all of this fucking shit. So he says he's gonna be right back. I want to hear all of this stupidity. Because Necklord is one of the weirdest fucking things. And the fact that they brought him back for 2 was even weirder.
Although, to be fair, it actually makes more sense in 2 for him to be a part of it.
At least they made like a story.
That's the weird thing about it.
And you know what? It really only makes sense that he's in 2 because he was in 1, though.
I mean, it makes sense because Victor was in 1, and like Victor was a big character, and like you get hints about his background.
Yeah.
And then, like in 2,
that's basically the only reason that he was in
stuff.
That's the only reason that it makes any sense.
Do you think that came before or after? Do you think that like Necklord was always a part of the idea?
After.
And they had this like story. Like they had this, because I've always fucking had like a theory in the back of my head that Victor was supposed to be the main character in the first 2 games.
I think he was supposed to be the main character originally in the first game, and then they realized that they wanted to implement a choice system, but they had like a very set story for Victor, and they didn't want to like change it through any sort of choices. So they were like, all right, well, we'll make somebody else the character, and then just like they'll watch Victor do his story.
Because a lot of the dickhead moves that you can do as Tyr make a lot more sense if they were coming from Victor.
I just love being like referring to him as Schultenheim Reinbach III.
And then they end up bringing in that character in the worst game.
Yeah.
And it's like, good job, Konami. You ruined the fucking joke, you dipshits. But yeah, Necklord is so fucking weird in the first game.
It's such a bizarre fucking
game. Especially just because that area is just like, okay, you have like a tribal village, basically, a fucking Buddhist monastery, and fucking Dracula's castle.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. And like apparently Necklord's been doing this for so fucking long, but like there's only one village.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Part of me is like, it is just weird. Like, again, it's just the weirdest fucking part of the whole fucking game for a lot of reasons.
I mean, I said the same thing. Remember when I was playing through it on my fucking emulator and like I was like talking about like this fucking Necklord shit just feels so goddamn out of nowhere.
You know what also feels like out of nowhere with Necklord is just one, he's like he just becomes like Wendy's right hand man after that point. And two, like the first time you fight him, like it's a no-win boss battle. So it's like,
to be entirely fair, Uber is Wendy's right hand man. It's just that Necklord's also there.
I think it's strongly. I mean, maybe Uber is weird.
I love.
So I don't like
He's
counting
my favorite.
Uber
He's
as
my
like
favorite
anybody's.
villain of the entire series.
I don't like counting Uber as a right hand man because he's basically me if I was like an evil demon where he's like, I'm bored now, I'm leaving.
I'm bored now. I'm just gonna go fucking destroy things for fun. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's why I love
you guys
so
are gonna
much.
lose. That's what, yeah, exactly. Because every time like his side is about to lose, he's like, I'm bored now. Bye. Oh, Uber's the best. Where's my pokey poke? There's my pokey poke. Does Suikoden 2 have any weird parts like Necklord? I'm trying to think, Lundy.
All right, it's me again.
Hey, Lundy, Finn's back. Oh, we were babbling about fucking Necklord and how just weird it is. And then I think Lundy went somewhere.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if someone were to hook me up with the ability to play those games, I'll play them. Suikoden, that is.
I can send you my fucking PlayStation 3. I don't have the disc for it anymore. The only fucking PlayStation 1 disc I still own is fucking Jade Cocoon.
Sorry, I just got back. I had to go to the bathroom real quick.
Alright, Focus is back.
So
yeah, Focus. So your army shows up to like the gate, like to the fortress, ready to fight, and it's like, oh no, everybody's been killed, and also all the graves have been robbed. That's weird. Because you haven't fought too many undead up until this point. Like undead are relatively rare.
It would basically just be like a random battle that you'd find like traveling around the world every once in a while. Like, oh, a zombie, that's weird. But it would never. There was never any like theme.
I want to say the biggest undead you. I want to say probably the biggest undead you fought until this point was like the zombie dragon when you go to get the castle.
Yeah. Which that kind of makes sense thematically speaking. An ancient castle, long forgotten, and then you go into the basement and there's like the remains of an old dragon that fucking like animate themselves. And you're like, oh, I gotta destroy this thing. Like that, thematically, I can understand that. And it also makes sense
like
in the context of the story.
I think in like some random dungeons and like in some random areas, there's like, oh, it's a ghost. There's a ghost.
But throughout the entirety of the game, there's been no real theme of like undead ever.
Yeah, and then so you get past the fucking gate, and it's like, I guess we took over this area, but we should probably investigate what happened to all those people. So you go to the Warriors Village, and they're like, yeah, there's a vampire. And then the vampire just he picks like this time to show up.
And he just shows up and he's like, "Duh! I want this young lady over here to be my wife." And it's like the fucking village chief's like fucking daughter. And,
Yeah.
and so your group's like, "Well, I mean, no, fuck you." And the vampire just beats the shit out of you and leaves, taking the girl with him. And then another dude from the village is like, "I'm going to be the next hero. I'm going to save her."
Also, too, a guy who you've been adventuring with the whole time is also from this village, but it never really gets brought up.
No, it's just out of nowhere. There's this dude that you meet in the beginning of the game who's essentially just another rebel dude. And he's just you meet him and he's like literally like walking out on a food bill and shit. Like he's just like a casual douche. And like you throughout the entire game, you know almost nothing about him. And then you get here, he's like, "Yeah, this is my home. This is my home village. This is where I'm from." I'm just like, all right, fair. So random vampire, just out of fucking nowhere, comes down, takes a bitch, knocks the shit out of you and your entire party, runs off, and then you've got like some kid who's on a hero's quest that you don't even know, who just joins up with you because we're gonna rescue her together. But before you do that, you have to go find the special sword that's capable of hurting the vampire. And in order to do that, you have to go just north of this village, where there's, for some fucking reason, a Buddhist monastery. So you go through the Buddhist monastery, have some sort of special hero's like spirit journey, find the fucking sword, come back, and invade Dracula's castle, essentially.
Oh yeah, also you just find like the strongest magician in the game hanging out in this cave randomly too.
Yeah, he's just there. And what was the requirement in order to fucking have him? Like you need to have like a magician that's at least level 50 or some shit in your party.
No, I think you just needed like 80 people or something.
I can't remember what it was, but it was.
I want to say it was like a number thing.
Yeah, I knew it was a number thing, but I think it had to do with like a level.
Because most of those fucking people in the fucking weird Buddhist temple that's so fucking out of place. It's like most of them, except for like the librarian guy, most of them are people like who only join you when you have like a certain amount of people.
Yeah. And since this is like 3/4 into the game, you probably already have that number anyway.
Yeah. Unless you've just been actively not trying to find people.
Yeah. So you also just during this weird fucking spirit quest that you go on, you just find like a past of the main antagonists, of which there are 3.
Yeah, you just go into the past.
You just go into the past and to a thing you've never seen before, and like hundreds of years into the past, like a very long time. And you just see the vampire for some fucking reason. Like the first time you've seen him is when he's like at this village, just being like, "Bruh, I'm taking this kid," and bamps off with a child. And then you just see him in this weird spirit quest where he's still a vampire, still dressed up like Dracula. And then you see this other bitch who you knew was a villain already.
And then Hubert, who you've seen at this point.
Hubert is out of fucking nowhere, though.
Like, Hubert you've seen at this point, but I don't think he talks at this point.
No, he doesn't say a thing. He just and you didn't know that his name was Hubert either.
Yeah, you just like, because I think I know he definitely shows up after you beat Milich.
I don't remember. The only other time I remember Hubert showing up is that he was like leading the final army.
And I know he shows up a lot when they show Wendy, and he's usually just like standing near her,
Yeah.
not really doing anything. He's just like, I'm here.
He's like, I'm here, and then he just disappears, and then everything's on fire, and they're like, oh, Uber got bored.
He was kind of more of a character in the second and third games.
Way more in the third game. He was an amazing fucking character.
I really hate that twist in the third game, though.
Which one?
Luke being the main villain.
I mean, I didn't like it either until they explained it.
It's like out of all the fucking characters from like all three of these games, like
you chose Luke.
Yeah, nobody's favorite.
I think it would have to be somebody that people wouldn't mind, wouldn't like have their heart broken trying, like having to stop and kill.
See, that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be like Victor or fucking something. Even though it wouldn't make sense, but like
that's the
like
problem.
Victor.
It needs to make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd have to kill Leknot, but like that would be weird.
Yeah,
because she's so non-interventionalist. Like, why would that be a thing?
Maybe turns out like she's just a villain, and she's like, I don't get involved because I've just been steering you guys to ultimate destruction. Because I hate humanity that much.
I honestly, I think it made sense to me because he was the only character that didn't have any allegiances.
Yeah. And he was always a prick.
Bit of a douche.
Did you ever use him?
Yeah. He had the fucking like true wind rune. Like he fucking.
I never used him. Except like not counting 3, because like you said, he had the fucking true rune in 3. You'd be dumb not to use. Also, you're forced to fucking use them in parts of 3.
No. In the first one, he reveals that he has the true wind rune.
No, in the first one, he just has a regular wind rune.
I don't know. I know he's a really strong mage in the first one.
I think it's in the second one that's revealed, but like even then, I'm like, I don't care.
It's a pretty strong rune. It's really appreciable. But then again, in the second one, like there's like 5 million true runes, so
there really are. It's like this isn't even the coolest true rune I can get, Luke.
This is if you're not on the top 6 of the true runes, then you're nobody.
Do you have fucking Soul Eater, you bitch? No.
So Matt, I'm kind of curious. This is going to be like an out of the blue question from one of your like Let's Plays from a while back, but I remember you playing some game with sprite artwork, and you were commenting on how much you hated Final Fantasy VII for going full 3D like that.
Yeah.
Ogre Battle.
Do you remember what? Do you remember what game?
Ogre Battle 64.
Okay.
Like Ogre Battle 64 is one of those games where it's like, and also Tales of Destiny. Like it makes me mad that like more like a lot of these fucking like publishers were like, let's just do hideous fucking early 3D for fucking our RPGs. When it's like you could be doing beautiful fucking 32-bit shit.
Yeah.
And to be fair, fucking Ogre Battle isn't even fully fucking 2D.
Also, Matt, I want to fucking like ask you this question because I'm super curious. Are you going to play the Final Fantasy VII remake, or are you not going to out of spite?
I'm probably not. Like, why do I want to play it? Give me a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest remake, or Final Fantasy 4 or 6.
I play a 6 remake for sure.
Yep, same.
I would love a fucking actual like, and not like the chibi ass fucking shit we got for fucking the DS. I mean like an actual like. I'd settle on them being like, we're remaking Final Fantasy 4 and it's going to look like Final Fantasy 9. I'd be like the Hulk in Endgame where it's like, I see this as an absolute win.
I think you don't give enough credit to Final Fantasy VII, Matt.
Look, I
mean, the biggest.
I just don't like the Final Fantasy series.
Contemporaries was Spectacle, so.
I didn't understand a word you just said, Focus.
The biggest difference between Final Fantasy, the biggest thing that set it apart from its contemporaries was Spectacle. So,
I mean, kind of, but not even really. Like, yeah, it had cinematics and shit, and the cinematics were like a little bit better done than everybody else's, which, you know, whatever. When the fucking 3D art looks like it does. But honestly, like, there was just so much experimental shit in it as well. Like, they took a lot of risks with Final Fantasy VII. Incorporating the sheer amount of mini games that were involved in it. The motorcycle shit, all the shit that you could do at the fucking casino, the Golden Saucer, the fucking weird ass like battle arena thing where they fucking just did random shit to you throughout the entirety of it. The customizable limit breaks. That was fucking.
I will say this: Sephiroth's not the worst villain in the series.
No, not at all.
That'd be you, fucking Kefka. Looking at you, you fucking clown piece of shit.
Listen, Kefka is hilarious and awesome in like an actual villain.
I hate Kefka so much.
Matt, how can you hate Kefka when he's literally just evil you?
Also, I'm gonna say Sephiroth
he gets bored of ultimate power in like after like 9 months.
Exactly, he's you.
Also too, here's the other reason too. Like, everybody upsells like the destruction Kefka did. Like, he only wiped out 2 fucking towns after gaining like ultimate destruction.
He reshaped the entire world. What are you talking about?
Big fucking whoop! Make some new maps.
No, okay. Matt, in order to do that, he had to kill like so many people. Like, yeah, the world's population is like decimated at least.
Yeah, but guess what, Lundy? It's a fucking Super Nintendo RPG. So like, there's maybe like 5 NPCs per town, anyways. And most of those fuckers are still alive.
You can't work based off that logic, Matt.
I am going based off of that logic. Like assuming that the fucking like 5 NPCs per town like are representations of the total population of the town. Like, most of the towns didn't lose anybody.
That's clearly not the case, Matt, because we already knew that there was a fucking like army of fucking people for the goddamn capital. You do. If we're gonna go by this logic, then how many random battles did you get in with soldiers? That cannot be representative of the
soldiers. Don't count, Lundy.
Huh?
Soldiers don't count. They throw away their lives.
Yes, they do, because there's still people. You're still like, listen, those fucking peasants threw away their lives by not worshiping Kefka.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yep. Also, what about the fucking soldiers that were at the fort that Kefka fucking poisoned?
Also, to be fair, Kefka's not the worst. He's only second worst.
No, Kefka's actually like top tier.
No.
Kefka's good, and Sephiroth is Garbo.
X-Death is the worst Final Fantasy villain.
Yu Yevon.
No. X-Death.
Yes. Yu Yevon.
No, so in terms of like a boss fight, yeah, Yu Yevon.
No, Yu Yevon isn't even a villain. That's the problem. Yu Yevon is just like this fucking weird ass little parasite that just like, I'm just gonna fucking possess things and then you gotta kill them.
Yelling about this. I'm gonna go poop.
Yu Yevon is the worst boss in the entirety of the Final Fantasy like series. Like, he's just terrible. He's not engaging at all. He has no fucking story. He has nothing. You don't even find out that he's like a thing until like literally the last fight in the game, and then you're like, what the fuck? Like, Seymour is actually like the villain, and then you find out that Yu Yevon's the thing behind all everything, and then you're like, what the fuck is Yu Yevon? Ugh. And that's hardly even explained like at all. Like, people want to talk about the fucking final boss in 9 out of fucking nowhere. Yu Yevon's out of fucking nowhere. Also, Sephiroth is just fucking fine as a villain. He makes sense. He's got a complete and total coherent fucking story. His motivations are fine.
I don't know. He fell apart during like the second half of the game for me. Like, what the fuck is he even doing?
It's pretty clear what he's doing.
I only played it once, to be fair, but
it's pretty clear what he's doing. He's trying to maim the world hard enough that when it tries to remake itself using the life stream that you know exists, he incorporates himself into the life stream and becomes God.
Oh, that was just the fucking worst.
What?
That shit. I could feel the heat coming off of it just in the water.
But yeah, it was. I mean, Sephiroth had a complete and total story. It was very coherent. It made sense. His motivations made sense.
Look, does Sephiroth fall victim to the standard Final Fantasy villain trope of like, we're just gonna be really dumb at the end? Yes, he does. But until that point, he's solid.
The only thing that was really like a letdown about Sephiroth, and really, you could say it actually makes sense narratively speaking, is the final fight with him when he's just like 1v1ing Cloud, and then you just fucking like one-shot him. But the thing that makes sense about that, honestly, is the fact that Cloud has literally been spending the entirety of the game becoming better than him.
You know, I think that's the other reason I don't like Final Fantasy VII.
What?
Cloud is just the worst.
Worse in what way?
He bores me so fucking much.
Like how?
He's just boring. I'm sorry. Like, even by fucking like 1997 or whenever Final Fantasy VII came out, like, I was tired of that fucking archetype.
Which one? The I'm too cool for school archetype?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, Matt. The entire point of his fucking story is that that's not him, and he's not being true to himself, and everybody else has to fucking draw that shit out of him.
Also, too, I think this is the greatest tell about like how much I don't like Cloud. I constantly forget that he actually has dialogue in the game.
Jesus fucking Christ, Matt.
Like, in my head, I remember Cloud as a silent protagonist. So every time he talks, I'm like, why is he talking? And then it's like, oh yeah, he actually did have dialogue in the first in Final Fantasy VII. I just don't remember any of it because it's fucking
he legit dressed up as a lady to save Tifa.
Yeah, that's fun.
And almost fucked a fat dude.
All I'm saying is, like, look, he's no Chrono.
Look, he's what?
He's no Chrono.
I mean, no, because Chrono isn't meant to be like Cloud. They're not meant to be the same kind of character.
I just like I don't like his personality. I'm sorry, Lundy. I like fucking Squall more than fucking I like Cloud.
I mean, Squall's literally everything that you just said, and Cloud's also like, okay, so
without a redemption arc.
But you know what?
Cloud has a redemption arc. Squall never stops being a fucking edgelord.
I think the reason I like Squall over fucking Cloud is because of like the original 8 translation, where it's just like, God, you're like the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. You're just so dumb.
I hated Squall because he kept fucking talking to himself and saying stupid edgelord shit in his own head. And then he just fucking like blows up at everybody at the end of fucking like disc 2.
I want to ask you something. So my theory with this is 8 is the first game that started a really bad problem with the Final Fantasy games going forward for a long time. And arguably still going forward to this day. The problem of like, who the fuck is actually the main character of this?
Is that
I think you can say, okay. I think that Final... No.
Look,
actually,
I know,
no, Matt, that's fucking stupid. Every fucking Final Fantasy has been an ensemble piece.
Also,
I'm not saying it's not an ensemble piece. I'm talking about like the shit like with fucking Tidus in like 10, where he's like, "This is my story," and it's like, no, narratively, this is Yuna's story. Like, you play a part in this story, Tidus, no doubt about it. But like, when you break it down, Yuna should be the main character of this.
Really, honestly, Matt, the only time in which a Final Fantasy game had like the only 2 times that the Final Fantasy game actually had like a named main character that is like the one that you're supposed to be following, the one that you're supposed to care about the most. Actually, no, I would say 7 does do that with Cloud. I will cop to that, but 10-2
Cloud's
with Yuna,
definitively the main character.
10-2 with Yuna, and fucking 13 with Lightning.
You're fucking forgetting 4 and 6.
Oh yeah.
No, 6 was an ensemble cast. No,
Also,
6 doesn't have a main character.
arguably 5 as well.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I would say that the vast majority of Final Fantasy games, past and present, have been ensemble pieces, where there's a lot of characters. Sometimes you're kind of left with the assumption that the first one that you're introduced to is the main one, but it's not really true.
Yeah, and Squall is more of a main character than Terra is. Like,
I don't want to agree. Also, like another, like, I know everybody loves 12, right? That was my big problem with 12, where it's like, why are the little fucking brats like the fucking POV characters in this fucking game? Why isn't it the cool ass fucking space?
Because the brats
airship
about,
pirate?
because they're the POV characters, because you don't know anything about the 12 world, and they're the ones who are learning everything. You're supposed to be learning everything with them. That's the point of them.
Fuck you. It's a Final Fantasy game already set in an established Final Fantasy world. Like, I know this shit.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I know Ivalice. Don't tell me I don't know Ivalice.
Not prior to Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, it was the fucking setting of Final Fantasy Tactics, Lundy.
I mean, kinda, but like, you didn't know shit about it from that. Tactics had such a bare bones fucking story. Like, you knew nothing about that world, really.
Those fine words.
No, listen, Tactics was a fun game, but as far as a story is concerned,
are we talking Tactics on the Game Boy Advance or Tactics on the PlayStation?
Tactics on the PlayStation.
You're insane. Tactics on the PlayStation has one of the best stories of any of the Final Fantasies.
It has a personal story, though. It's not a world-building story, really.
Yeah, but you learn about the world through the fucking character and like
Not
your
real.
discovery.
No, listen. 12's world is definitely much different from Tactics' world.
Did you never read any of the side shit?
There was no need to. Not to get through the game.
Yeah, but there's like a bunch of lore shit in the side shit that tells you all about
optional
like,
shit,
world.
though, Matt.
So is the fucking.
And also, why the fuck are you assuming that everybody who played 12 played Tactics? Tactics was probably like, aside from like 5 and below, Tactics is probably like the least played fucking game.
Tactics sold better than fucking 7.
What?
I'm pretty sure Tactics sold better than 7. I know it sold better than 9 and 8.
Hold up.
That sounds wrong.
I am pretty sure fucking Tactics outsold fucking at least fucking 8 and 9. Because Tactics was one of the best-selling fucking games on the original PlayStation.
Yeah, in Japan.
No, also in America. Like, even, like, I know this is fucking anecdotal, but, like, every fucking dipshit who had a PlayStation I fucking knew had Tactics, because, like, very early on, it became, like, one of the greatest fucking sellers. It's like everybody had it.
The total number of copies of Tactics sold in Japan is 1.35 million as of today.
All
With
right.
2.4 worldwide, so about 1 million sold here. Well, not even here, worldwide outside of Japan. So let's look at the fucking sales of 7.
Okay, it probably didn't outsell 7 then. But I'm pretty sure it outsold 9 and 8.
Within 3 days of its release in Japan, Final Fantasy VII sold over 2 million copies. So there you go. I mean, you're like, it's already done.
You know,
By the end of 2005, it had sold 9.8 million copies.
this is fake news.
This is and all right, hold on. Let's look at Final Fantasy VIII. Let's look at Final Fantasy VIII. Reception. More than 6 million units were sold in total by the end of 1999.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at Final Fantasy IX. Reception. As of March 31st of 2003, Final Fantasy IX has sold 5.3 million copies.
No, it hasn't.
All right.
Name 5.3 million people in Lundy that you know that have played Final Fantasy IX. You can't.
Name 20 people who have Tactics, Matt. I win.
Me, Rob, some dude I used to know in high
Somebody
school.
that I used to know.
Actually, a bunch of dudes I used to know in high school. So, like, that's probably at least 10.
That's not 20, though. I win automatically by default. I am the wiener.
No, I'm up to 11. The people who made 12. They obviously owned
Maybe
the
they
game.
didn't. Maybe they
How
just
many
read
peo-
notes.
How many people worked
I don't
on
know.
12?
Maybe they didn't play it. Maybe they didn't play Tactics. Maybe they just read the notes on like lore shit, or they were just given
Yeah.
notes by like executives. That's how the world was supposed to be. I need you to provide me physical proof that everybody who made 12 played Tactics.
I need you to. I'm gonna go get some weed. Then just smoke a bomb.
Oh, that works on multiple levels.
Oh, that was so fucking good. Oh fuck. He was not going in a good direction there. No, Tactics sold more than 7. Really?
Yeah, that I don't
The
know.
highest grossing Final Fantasy game. Literally the only reason anyone gives a shit about fucking Final Fantasy anymore. Come on. I know it's popular to like shit on 7 as being overrated, but fucking hell. Let's see. I'm actually curious. Final Fantasy 12. How much did it sell? Fucking goddamn it. Fucking tell me. How much did it sell? 6 million. Yeah. So if 1.5, if the best we've got for numbers on Tactics being sold is like 1.5 million, No, 2 million, and 6 million copies of Final Fantasy 12 have been copied, then guess what? That's at least 4 million people playing 12 that didn't know jack shit about the world. Not counting the people who played Tactics that didn't really pay that much attention to the lore because they were just interested in the fucking tactical battle system. Of which I was one of them.
Yeah, that was also me back then. So
I
I
didn't
played.
get weed. I gotta wait.
Matt,
Yeah.
so remember that we said about 2 million people have Tactics? 6 million people have 12. That's at least 4 million people who didn't know jack shit about the world of 12.
Well, they shouldn't be playing it. I want to be
I didn't either, Matt. I didn't pay attention to the fucking story and tactics. I just enjoyed the fucking tactical battle mechanics. I thought that was interesting and new and neat and cool.
plebeian.
So there you go, Matt. That's why we need to have POV characters to learn more things about the fucking world, because fucking most people playing it didn't know,
You know
jack
what?
shit.
You can learn a lot about the world by having your POV character be a badass space pirate than some dumb fucking orphans.
No, you can't, Matt. And you know why? Because having a badass space pirate as the main character ruins that character every fucking time. That character is good in smaller doses.
Skies of Arcadia. Go fuck yourself.
Final Fantasy VI. Not a space pirate, but a sky pirate.
I mean, yeah, not space pirates, sky pirates. But yeah, point still stands. Sky pirates for protagonist.
Here's the thing: if they are a badass, if they're supposed to be viewed in this way, in which they're just a huge fucking badass who just knows what they're doing all the time and has a really good fucking head on their shoulders and shit, guess what? That's a boring fucking character to have being your main character, Matt.
You're born.
Because if you have that character as your main character, where's the growth? They're already a badass. They already do everything perfectly. Why the fuck
grow from being a badass? You know who else was a badass but who grew? Vegeta.
Vegeta was kind of just a dick for a while. I don't know about calling him a badass.
A dick is badass.
I don't know about calling him a badass. He lost like every fight he was in, outside of like the fucking Namekian and shit with like the villains.
You know who else lost every fight he was in? Basically, Kimbo Slice. But like, would you fucking tell I mean, you probably would now. Like, Kimbo Slice is he's worm shit. He's dead. But like, Kimbo Slicing is fucking like alive. You wouldn't tell him like he wasn't badass because he'd fucking street fight you.
But wait, if he lost every fight that he was in, wouldn't that mean that I have a chance?
No, because like Kimbo he didn't lose.
He didn't lose every fight. He didn't lose every fight. His professional boxing record is fucking he's got 7 wins in his pro boxing record, and he's got 5 wins and only 2 losses in his MMA record.
So you wouldn't call him a badass. Look, you can
actually he has a perfect. His boxing record is perfect. He had 7 fights and won all 7 of them. 6 of them by knockout. What the fuck do you mean he lost all of his shit?
Nobody cares about boxing, Lundy. I'm talking MMA.
He also won the majority of his MMA fights. He only lost 2. He won 5.
Yeah, but he never won a good one. He didn't win the ones that mattered.
God damn it, Matt.
There's my nickel. I got a switch card, so I'm going to put those points on later.
Matt, he beat Ken Shamrock. Come the fuck on.
And Ken Shamrock sucks.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
I'm pretty sure Ken Shamrock, when he fought Kimbo Slice, was pushing like fucking 40.
I mean,
Or
this
he
is,
was
this was back
over
in
fucking
2015.
God, yeah, he would have been way over fucking 40 at that fucking point.
When was
I think
Ken Shamrock born?
I want to say like fucking 60s. 60s something.
He's 55 now, so he would have been like 51, 50 in 2015. How old was Kimbo Slice?
Like young. Way younger than 51.
No, he was 40. He was 41 at that point.
That's still 10 years younger.
I don't know. He was also close to death, so he was already dying by that point, Matt.
Look.
He died like literally a year later. Ken Shamrock's not dead. That indicates to me he was in better health.
No.
Yeah, logic, Matt. Who's dead? Who's alive? Ken Shamrock's alive. Kimbo Slice is dead. Meaning that Ken Shamrock, when they fought, was healthier. It's only logical.
Logic. Where is that guy in anybody? I'll tell you where. The alt-right. Illogic. Unreasonable. Them's
now,
my
here's
motto.
the thing, Matt, you disappoint me. You know why? Because you could have gone the route of, well, if Ken Shamrock's alive and Kimbo Slice is dead, doesn't that mean that Ken Shamrock kind of won? You could have gone that route, but you didn't. You didn't. You missed out your fucking opportunity.
Look. I'm tired today, okay?
I know. You went through your acid trip. You're fucking, like, exhausted.
Yeah. Man, Shinji is still fun. God, the Evangelion fans are
really mad.
Oh, what happened?
They are.
Evangelion got adapted to Netflix, and like literally they made everything worse. Shinji's new voice actor sounds even worse than Shinji did originally. They changed a lot of the lines to make them more like literal word for word translations, which makes them not as fun. And they also took away the "Fly Me to the Moon" song that played at in the finale,
and the homoeroticism.
Now I say all this I say all of this while also like heavily despising Evangelion and basically.
I believe you've said as much before.
Yeah, I've said so like 5 million times. So
you know what it is? They tried to polish a turd, and it's like, don't do that.
Oh God, it's been called Evangelion coming to Netflix. Pros: the beauty of one of the best pieces of animation and entertainment in general will be shared with a much larger audience. Cons: hundreds of the end of Evangelion explained YouTube videos being made.
We already live in that existence.
Yeah, I know, but there's gotta be so many more now, Matt. It's a topic now. It's trending on Twitter. People are just gonna make more fucking videos saying the same stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be infesting YouTube. Infesting.
You know, just fucking call me when they redo the fucking Cowboy Bebop dub.
No, I will not accept a fucking Cowboy Bebop reboot fucking anime. I want a live action Cowboy Bebop right the fuck now.
You know Netflix is doing that, right?
Yes. And they need
They're
to
gonna
fucking
fuck
hurry
it
the
up.
fuck up.
They're gonna fuck it up.
I know. It's gonna be glorious.
No, why do you want it bad?
Because, Matt, that is the route of everything that is good. It must go through this in order for like fucking someone who's passionate about it to research to breathe new life into it. Because that's what happens every single time, Matt. Fucking some classic gets remade and it fucking sucks, and then somebody who fucking saw the classic in the first place and then saw the remake feels fucking like slighted by what they experienced. So they, being an artistic person, goes out and actually makes something good. The fucking like the fan made YouTube videos of fucking like Dragon Ball Z shit to like make up for the fact that Evolution was garbage are so much better.
Oh yeah, focus. Another thing that's going on is the voice actress for Senji is a trans woman, so everybody's being gross about that too.
Of course they are.
Rad, I'm not going to sit here and say that DBZ Abridged is literally better than the show itself because they serve two different purposes.
I mean, it is though. Let's be honest.
Nah, I'm not going to say that. And the main reason I'm not going to say that.
Here's the reason though, Lundy, and this is why I'm saying this. It's the same reason that Masako X's What Ifs are better, because of fucking 30 to 40 years of fucking hindsight and being able to make a better narrative than Akira Toriyama's. Like, I'm just gonna do what I think is neat.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to accept that it's better. And the main reason I'm not going to accept it as better is because A, it's too meta to be good in the same way. DBZ Abridged, DBZ.
I'm gonna be honest. It has like, as much as I love the original Cell Saga, I think the abridged Cell Saga is better. Like, Cell has so many better lines in the fucking, like, one of my favorite fucking lines from the abridged series is like when fucking Imperfect Cell shows up to fucking absorb 17, and Piccolo's just like, how many? And Cell's just like, enough.
The fuck's Sakami? It means God. Now bow.
Bow.
Or yeah, or that, or fucking when Trunks is fighting fucking Perfect Cell, and Trunks is like, and behind that insufferable smugness is a dead man, and Cell's just like, boy, you couldn't phantom the amount of dead men behind me.
Okay, so here's the reason why you're wrong. All of that shit that's good. I'm not gonna say it's not. Here's the thing though, only works in 10-minute chunks. It's not a show. We've seen what happens when Team 4-Star tries to make an original show. It sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's not a show, Matt. It's a fucking. It's memes. It's a
show.
No, it's memes.
Look, they're as long as like an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and that's fine.
No, Matt, this is not a show. It's nothing but self-referential memes. That's all it is.
No.
It's fun. Not gonna deny that it's fun, but it's not a show.
It's a show.
It's not.
It is. I'm gonna go pee and get some tea.
All right.
Wait, no, I have a cup of tea.
Matt and I have had a total of, I think, 3 debates so far on this particular hangout.
And I ran
away.
Have
retreated from all of them. One by fucking going and unclasping his dog's fucking collar leash thing. Another by going and grabbing pot, and now by going to the bathroom. Matt has retreated from at least 3 debates that we have had so far on this stream.
It's not a retreat, it's a tactical egress.
Matt has retreated thrice. Count them. Thrice. Leash, pot, bathroom. Thrice.
One of my favorite lines from the Team 4-Star thing is actually from their first season. Despite them generally getting better, I really like that thing early on when Goku knocks Vegeta into a mountain, and it's the rainbows and lollipops in there.
Yeah. I'm surrounded by fucking idiots. I thought you were surrounded by rainbows and lollipops.
He just fucking screams.
Goku's stupidity is Goku's like general like exaggerated stupidity is definitely a good jumping off point for a lot of jokes.
Yes. It's basically just like the original series Goku, but turned up to 11, essentially.
Yeah, basically. And that's basically how all the characters are played, just like the original series, but like extremely overly exaggerated for comedic effect.
Yeah.
Nappa being a big dummy head, you know, Cell being fucking like all full of himself and also psychotic. Goku being fucking stupid. Vegeta being fucking angry all the time. Bulma being flirtatious and shit. Krillin being fucking pathetic.
Vegeta is angry all the time.
No, that's what I'm saying. That in like all the characters in Abridged are basically the characters from the original, but like fucking overly exaggerated for comedic effect.
I don't know. Like Goku hasn't said anything as dumb as like, I don't know what kissing is. And he hasn't hired a fucking assassin to kill himself.
Let's be honest. Is Goku hiring an assassin to kill himself really all that weird, considering everything we know about him?
It's not weird. It's dumb. Especially like right
it's
before
within character is what I'm saying.
Tournament. Again, Goku's a dummy. And to be fair, a lot of this has to do with the fact that like Super really fucking doubled down on like Goku's a fucking mouth breather.
Yeah. But then again, they've been going with that since forever. Ugh. Have they ever advanced past that ever?
I mean, he wasn't a fucking blithering idiot in like the Buu saga.
He kind of was.
If anything, the Buu saga is probably the smartest Goku's ever been.
Not really. I mean, what did his Super Saiyan 3 thing do? Basically nothing. It didn't accomplish anything.
I mean, that's because Super Saiyan 3 is fucking garbage and like worthless.
Basically, all he did was tire. Here's what he did, Matt. He tired himself out, so he had to go back to heaven earlier.
Yeah, but let's be honest. That all happened because Vegeta was just like, I'm gonna fuck everything up. I'm about to ruin this man's career.
I'm about to ruin this man's whole career. Oh shit! I think it was good for Vegeta to do it. I think it was. I think it was good, narratively speaking, for Vegeta to do that because it was essentially him being like, "No, Kakarot, you're always the fucking one saving the goddamn day. You're dead now. It's my fucking turn. Fuck off." Which made sense. I just wish they actually followed through with that.
Well, they did it because
We didn't need any of the rest of the
Toriyama.
Boo shit. We didn't need any of the rest of the Boo shit. Have Babidi and fucking Boo annihilated by Vegeta killing himself. The rest of it is completely unnecessary.
Hey, did you see about about Trump? Like we almost attacked Iran.
Did we?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
What do you do now? Is this a Twitter thing?
No.
After that, no. After that drone got fucking taken out, Trump was like, let's just go. Let's just strike Iran. And then like 12 hours later, he told the generals like, never mind.
Oh god, it's like everything's on a whim. He's just feeling it one day, and then the next
This is
day
why I
he's
wouldn't
like,
be
whatever.
impressed. I mean, to be fair, I'd be way more fun than Trump, guaranteed.
And like half as racist.
But it would just also be, yeah. Well, I'd be fun racist at least.
That would be like, Mexicans are amazing. They're actually more amazing than white people, honestly.
Yeah, or as I like to call them, white devils. I have my Howley supporter over here. Look at my Howley supporter.
Look at my hockey friend over here.
Yeah, look at my fine honky. They say we don't have honkies.
Presidential candidate Matthew he is billed. He's decided not to go with a last name. When asked for a quote,
if we're doing this, it's just gonna be President Napalm.
Yeah, yeah. Presidential frontrunner Napalm is what he's going by. We was asked for comment as to why he was running under Napalm. He said, "quote radical freedom."
Bite me, Banana Man.
Frontrunner Napalm then proceeded to just quote YouTube videos for the next 30 minutes.
He just started talking about like the racial integrity of Dragon Ball Z characters.
You'd be on like 60 minutes and they'd be like, what do you think is your most important policy? You'd be like, I think it really needs to be investigated.
Legally declare that Mr. Satan is Sicilian.
Who's Mr. Satan? He is a character on Dragon Ball Z, and it's very important to me that he be legally recognized as Sicilian.
Yeah. He just needs a hint of the black.
Why is this so important to you? Because his hair texture, you see.
Yeah. Can I use some language on here?
But do you have
now,
any...
The PC campus police won't like this, but he's a bit nappy, you know?
Mr. Napalm, do you have any economic policy ideas?
Yeah, kill the billionaires.
Fucking
stomp on their heads until coins come out of them like they're fucking Koopas and Goombas.
Oh.
What about social policy?
I saw a bird one day. It just made me mad.
Why did it make you mad?
It's just like, fuck him. Like, he gets to fly and I don't.
So you would invest more in perhaps NASA? I don't understand.
I just want to be a bird. That'd be really cool.
What do you think of your what do you think of the other runners for the Democratic candidacy, Mr. Napalm?
Oh, they're fucking just shills. They're shills in empty suits. Joe Biden probably has molested somebody. Pretty sure Bernie doesn't own a comb.
Mr. Napalm, I don't think you can say that legally.
Look, I said probably. It's fine.
Oh shit! Oh fucking hell!
Now, if you said it, that's not fine. But like, look, I'm just Joe Schmo.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! The notion of a President Napalm. Holy fuck!
Or yeah, have you ever seen a man just grab a baby by his dick? Like, come on, Mr. Reporter Man. Name 12 people you know who have ever grabbed a baby by the dick who isn't a child molester.
Mr. Napalm,
I'll wait.
question. We understand that you once fantasized about punching a baby and still do today. Comments.
Yes, magical baby. There was context to this. or just a child sex slave from Thailand. But again, in both of these scenarios, I'm not like I'm morally neutral in the magic baby scenario. And if anything, I'm the good guy in the fucking Taiwanese sex slave baby scenario. Because I mean, come on, like I'm not fucking them. I'm just punching them.
Oh shit!
That's a step up, in my opinion. And then I would find them a good home. So I think you guys are the real cowards for not admitting you want to punch babies. I'm just saying it as it is. Show me one person who's never just seen a fat fucking baby and just been like, how fucking far can I throw this fucker? Like, if I just fucking gave it my all, grabbed this bitch, just tossed it as hard as I can, how far could I throw it?
Oh, God.
See, these are the questions that keep me up at night. Not that, like, am I going to bomb Iran or am I going to meddle in Venezuela? These are the issues people want the president to worry about.
You know, this entire time I'm remembering the Zen comparison and how bad it was.
Yeah, Goat shared that with me, and it's like, no, you're not, Zen.
I heard that, and I immediately was just like, send that to Matt and see if he still wants to be Zen's lawyer.
Look, I can still be his lawyer, even if I look. Fucking Johnny Cochran knew OJ was fucking guilty, and he still got him off. So
I was just wondering if you're just gonna refuse out of a sense of pride.
I don't have pride, you know this.
No, you do. You have a little bit.
I mean, I have a little bit, but like, I'm not fucking asking more.
What is that comparison?
It's not even a pride thing, really, with it. It's just more like, look, Zen, I'm sorry, but like, you're not that funny.
Or
You have the
sensitive.
humor. You have the humor value of like learning that you have cancer a week before Christmas.
I mean, I said he was a charisma black hole.
Maybe. I don't know if I'd go that far. He's got some charisma. Like, maybe I'm just going off of the D&D terms of charisma, where it's like, look, you need charisma. Like, you can have no intelligence score, but you need wisdom and charisma. You need to have at least one. All right, I think yeah, we've been doing this for almost 3 hours. I think I'm gonna end this because I got, like I said earlier, I got the new Stellaris DLC, so I really want to fucking jump into that.
All right, then.
3 hours.
Also,
Yeah.
too, Lundy, I know another way we could probably make Stellaris run faster if we do want to do it on a stream one day.
What?
Just vanilla.
How would you even do that?
Just DLC, like the only like add-ons are the DLC only.
Well, it still wouldn't be vanilla.
I'm just saying no mods, basically.
Right. Well,
mods-
I mean, maybe.
Because mods will probably be what slows it, especially like the mods I like using, like the planet modifier stuff. Because that adds new planet modifiers and shit. That probably slows it down.
I just want to leave this on 2 notes. One, I am the winner of all of the debates Matt and I have had today.
No, I've never conceded on anything.
You retreated on 3 things, and that's fine enough. That's good enough for me. And 2, Tifa has a sports bra now, and gamers are saying that they won't accept this unless sports bras are a part of the lore of Final Fantasy VII. Just want to
Why
point that
wouldn't
out
they
there.
be? They have modern clothing in fucking Final Fantasy VII anyways.
But
Like,
are
why
sports
wouldn't they have
bras
sports
explicitly mentioned, Matt?
Are fucking jorts explicitly mentioned? Is whatever the fuck is Hot Topic mentioned? Because then, like, how do you explain Vincent? I'm just saying that's dumb. Also, like, if you think about it, the sports bra means Tifa has even bigger tits now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Because her tits are the same fucking size. But now that it's like, oh, she has a sports bra, it's like, that means they're fucking bigger. You think Aerith is going to be flat-chested?
No, I think she's gonna have a moderate chest.
I think she's going to be flat-chested.
I'm gonna.
I don't know, just something always about Aerith that's like, it's like, he ain't got nothing. Like an iron board.
Well, if anyone wouldn't.
Anyways, links in...
Or not. Fuck.
Oh, sorry, Focus, go ahead.
What's her name again? The ninja.
You,
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yuffie.
Yuffie
Yeah,
would
she'll be the flat chested one.
Yeah, Yuffie would be the... Yeah, she'll be the fucking... She'll be the president of the itty bitty titty committee.
I mean, she's 16, so hopefully.
Oh, that too.
That's never stopped Japan. You know
True.
this, Lundy.
True. I mean, she does basically wear nothing.
I saw a fucking really weird hentai on fucking Pornhub the other day that just right out of the fucking gate, it started with like fucking a lolly with double D tits, and I was like, this is fucked up. This is not what I came here for.
I came here for Overwatch porn, goddammit.
Yeah. I
wanna
came
see
here because
Mercy
there's a
getting
hot
hot
blue
dogs.
chick with glasses.
I want to see Mercy
came here
getting
'cause
hot
there's a
dogged
hot
by
blue
Futa
chick
May.
with
That's what I
glasses
want.
on the fucking thumbnail.
Fuck.
So yeah, links in the below bar. Fucking everything of value is. I should have fucking mentioned this at the start because nobody's gonna watch it to this point. We could say anything right now and nobody would care.
Yeah, true.
Except for the people who are actually watching now. If you watch to this point in the future, you're like, leave a comment because you're weird and dumb.
And honestly, probably have no life.